is Full Spawn ready for Monday, August 28th, 2017, and I'm your host, Sabriel. Okay, two things to start off with. First, I am doing something very similar to my format last week, where I put discussion topics up and just kind of talked off a little list. That's about it. And two, I am going to DragonCon in a few days, and next week I think there will be a show, but I'm not 100% sure. I will definitely be recording from either where I'm staying or on the show floor for DragonCon. First up, the lottery to determine the placements in the quarterfinals for the World Cup took place at the end of Contenders this weekend. There were some interesting results that we'll get to that in a minute. First up, we have the UK versus Sweden. Both were in the Santa Monica group stage together, and both have pretty good Genjis. On Team Sweden is Swoosh, and Cruz is on the UK. I think Swoosh is just that much better, but this will be an interesting matchup, and I think it'll be fun to watch. Taimou is also kind of a big deal. Last year he was huge on McCree, and this year I think since Doomfist is now allowed, he will be punching the crap out of things as much as he could. Or as he can, even. Next up, we have China versus France. France, aka Rogue, has not looked like the undefeatable behemoth that they have in the past year. 2 weeks ago in Contenders, they lost to EnVision 1-3, and this weekend against Detroit Renegades, they won 3-1, but it was still kind of close. Renegades gave them a run for their money. China, on their team, they have a great Genji player in Eileen, so keep an eye on him. Oh, also, China is one of the 3 undefeated teams to come out of the group stage event. It was South Korea, China, and the United Kingdom. Third, we have Canada versus Australia. Canada has an amazing lineup with some strong DPS. First up, they have Seagull. As some of you may know him, he does a bit of streaming, kind of quiet, but he's really good at handshakes. Seriously though, he's an amazing DPS and he can do just about anything on any hero he plays. And they also have Immortals is, I cannot get that word out. Immortals is Genji. They also have Immortals' Genji player, Agilities, who looks freaking amazing, and I have a play for you to see that he did this weekend in Contenders. Canada's weak point can also be their strongest point, and by that I mean XQC. XQC is a passionate player, and I know some things can get to his head, but if he can stay on top of things, if he can keep his head in the game, he is freaking amazing and fun to watch, and a really, really, really good player. Australia, I don't have much to say about them. It's the blank esports roster, and they look good. They did fine in their World Cup stage event, but guys, do something amazing and beat Canada. Prove me wrong. You got this. And finally, we have South Korea versus the United States. I am so sorry, guys. Luck was not in their favor, as no one wanted to go against South Korea because everyone knows South Korea is the strongest team out there. Made up of a combination of Lunatic High and LW Blue. They have amazing teamwork, amazing coordination, and they can do just about anything they want, except defeat MVP Space. However, the United States has a strong lineup. However, I don't know if they can compete. They really need to step up their game now that they know who they have to face against. They need to basically, as ZP put it, level up. I'll be rooting for you guys. I want you to win, but this is probably going to be one of the toughest matches you've ever had. In other news, the Overwatch League is requiring that teams have their own regional branding. When you think of this, think of LA Lakers. What can't I think of other teams? Minnesota Twins. The Detroit 5-hour energy. Oh God. The Detroit Renegades 5-hour energy. The Detroit Renegades 5-hour energy Overwatch team. It just rolls right off the tongue. But seriously though, Blizzard is trying to create some regional matchups, rivalries, kind of like the NFL has. Like up here in the upper Midwest, it's the Minnesota Vikings versus Green Bay. You know where those places are just by their name. However, when you hear things like Cloud9 versus Congarna, unless you are an avid watcher or you follow these teams religiously, you have no idea where they represent. In player and team news, tank player Harblue of NRG has stepped down from the active roster. He tweeted out the other day that he wants to focus on streaming, but he is still open to offers from other teams. LW Blue has exited out of Apex. The reason given to OGN, the people who organize Apex, is that the owl has caused this problem. Being that Luminosity Gaming Luxury Watch does not have any franchise in Owl, speculation is that the team, or at least most of them, have been acquired by other franchises. LG Evo looks like it is on the way out. Over this past week, a number of players tweeted out or talked about that they are still under contract, but they are free to look for new homes elsewhere. The team most recently played Contenders Season 0, where they were knocked out of the quarterfinals by Congarna, and they also were immediately knocked to the losers bracket of the Beat Invitational, where they lost to CLG. After a weekend of tough competition in the second week of Contenders, in North America, Congarna and Envious lead at 7-1 each, and in Europe, 1-3, and Misfits lead 8-0. I have a few clips to show you from the weekend. In the first match, in Immortals vs EnVision, you can see Agilities at work here, as EnVision all tried to hide from his Dragon Blade in the server room.
Or EnVision, where you are just trying to get ultimates out of the side of Immortals.
They really don't have anything to work with. Agilities, Dragon Blade is waiting for him to come in through the door. Oh, thank God! Green Earth was that? They were all stacked in the server room! The hell was that? What? What?
In the Envious vs FaZe Clan matchup on Eichenwald, Taimou took out Junkrat on defense, and he had this, interesting tire. You can do it.
This is where I could eventually get to if I just fully commit.
Oh man, that was awesome, Taimou. You gotta love what he does. And here comes a Rip Tire. And we saw Flower, as a matter of fact, really abuse this Rip Tire.
You can do it!
Oh man, this is just one of some of those moments. What is this game right now?
Now he's trying to get the power out of this guy.
That's all for Pulse Bomb Ready this week. I'm Sabriel. You can follow me on Twitter at SaberReality, and don't forget to subscribe to the show and follow it at PBR_show. See you next time, and good luck out there, heroes. Oh, and if you like this discussion format more than my scripted thing with lots of amazing bloopers, leave some feedback. I would like to know. Thank you.